going on?
Yeah. Let's have that conversation first. What is going on?
I wish I knew what was going on. I don't really talk to nobody about what's going on. I show up and do my to be honest. I don't really get into the semantics. All I know is Gil want to do his own.
Yeah, I just see him making calls to people.
So hold on. Gil is
I'm
not trying to get
Gil is Michael Jackson, bro. We the Jackson 5.
Okay.
So who left? Did Gil leave or did they kick Gil out?
You can't kick Gil out and we stay. That don't make no sense.
So Gil left.
Gil.
Yes or no? Don't start.
I can't say Gil left. I feel like Gil be ducking me because I be tearing. That's how I feel. I feel like I be tearing and Gil can't handle that. Gil want to win. I be tearing up. I'm not gonna lie. I be tearing. He don't like, and I'm the nigga that just be going against the grain all the time. I done had a nigga say, man, I ain't come over here to argue. I'm like, nigga, we here. It's a debate show. What are you talking about? You didn't come here to argue. This is what we built. We built the whole platform on arguing. The reason they tuning in is they want to see what we're arguing about today. What do you mean? So it's like he got fatigued on it. It's like, I'm not about to go here argue with this nigga no more. But I'm playing a character, so it's not like this is who I like. My personality is not the man, I'm gonna go against the grain just cause.
Right. Like,
I'm strategic and very, very intelligent. So it's like, all right, what we talking about today? Are you gonna take that stance? I don't like that
So
but everybody else going, politically correct.
But you embrace being the agitator.
I've been the agitator all my life.
But I'm gonna try to stay on track. So, but as it stands, because on the outside looking in, from the ignorant fan that don't know no better, correct this for me. They like, let the white people come in and take Gil out and replace him with Skip.
That's not.
What is the truth of the matter?
That's not it, man. That's not it. I'll say this because I don't want to be speaking for nobody because nobody has said.
Don't say nothing out of
nobody
out
but
of
Gil
class.
has said anything. He's the only one going his own. Like, this is what's happening. He always be doing that. But he like to save his own face.
Right.
That's him. He ain't trying to save everybody else.
Yeah.
But he'll save him.
Yeah.
It ain't no white man one.
Okay.
They came in and helped us build the shit. Pay for the whole production, the whole, all that. This is sponsored.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no, he brought Skip in.
Right.
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. To the people that don't know no better.
And Skip was drowning. He saved that.
Yeah. We was trying to figure out why he was doing it. We don't need Skip, bro.
Right.
We killing. We don't need him. But it was like, yo, what you gonna do? We bring Skip Bayless in. We gonna bring, I'm like, hey, bring Skip in, bro. If he can save you, try. Right. Nigga, still on your, don't matter. Where you go, who you got in there, I won't. So brought Skip in, and I think it was the indictment thing that kind of, got everything kind of tied down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's a strong thing, bro. That ain't nothing easy to deal with.
Yeah.
And then, Gil is Gil, bro. Like, he feel like he could carry weight. And I said, we Jackson 5, he might. You're like, hey, listen, guys. This is gonna be my last performance. I'm gonna go on my own.
Are y'all still in his house?
No, we've been in his house for like 4 months, 5 months.
As always, keep your eyes on what's happening because this story is still developing. I wanted to give you guys an update because there have been several new details coming out. If you haven't checked out the original conversation yet, I'll leave a link in the description so you can watch the full episode of the Underground Lounge podcast. That's where Lou Williams and Spank Horton sat down with Rashad McCants, and during that conversation, things eventually shifted toward the situation involving Gil's Arena and all the attention the show has been receiving. I went through the entire interview, and honestly, it was a really interesting conversation from beginning to end. They talked about everything from their college basketball experiences to their NBA careers, shared stories from their time in the league, and reflected on different moments throughout their journeys. Even without the Gil's Arena discussion, there was plenty of valuable content in the interview, and I would recommend checking it out if you haven't already. But naturally, the biggest reaction came when the conversation turned toward Gilbert Arenas and the recent issues surrounding the show. At one point, Lou Williams asked the question that a lot of fans have been asking themselves. He wanted to understand what actually happened behind the scenes and what caused things to reach this point. The interesting part is that even after Rashad gave his answer, there still wasn't a complete picture of everything that happened. His response jumped between different subjects, and if you followed Rashad for a while, you know he has mentioned before that he sometimes embraces a certain character or personality when he speaks publicly. Because of that, some of his comments sounded playful, while others came across as much more serious, leaving people unsure about his true feelings. As the interview continued, Rashad almost framed the situation as if it had turned into a personal battle between him and Gilbert. His main argument was that Gilbert simply didn't want him involved anymore. From there, the discussion eventually moved towards Skip Bayless. Rashad explained that he felt Gilbert bringing Skip onto the platform changed the energy and direction of the show. However, Gilbert has already openly said that he was involved in bringing Skip into the project, so that specific detail wasn't exactly a surprise. But there's another side to that conversation that's worth considering. Before becoming part of this project, Skip Bayless wasn't generating the same level of attention that he once did. His previous platform wasn't creating the same amount of conversation, and many viewers had moved away from following his content regularly. Because of that, some people believe Gilbert actually helped bring Skip back into the spotlight by giving him a new environment and audience. Whether someone agrees with that opinion or not, it's definitely a viewpoint that many fans discussing this situation have brought up. Rashad also made another statement that needs some additional context. He described Gilbert Arenas as the Michael Jordan, or the main figure behind the entire operation. And when you think about it, it's understandable why people would view Gilbert that way, because the show itself carries his name, Gil's Arena. Gilbert's identity is directly connected to the brand, which naturally makes him the face of the entire project. That's one of the biggest reasons why fans continue to watch closely and pay attention whenever he speaks about the future direction of the show. The problem is there are still many unanswered questions surrounding everything that happened. Even with interviews, social media posts, and reactions from different people involved, nobody outside of the inner circle truly knows the complete story. Gilbert has shared pieces of information here and there, but he still hasn't released one full explanation that breaks down every detail from beginning to end. Rashad even pointed that out during the interview, saying that nobody has really provided a complete explanation of what took place behind the scenes. That's also why the conversation around executives, ownership, and who was really making the decisions behind the scenes started gaining even more attention online. Once fans noticed changes happening around the show, many people immediately started questioning what was actually going on behind closed doors. Some believed outside management may have stepped in and started influencing important decisions, while others felt there could have been disagreements between different sides involved with the project. But the truth is, a lot of those theories are still based on speculation. At this point, there hasn't been a complete explanation from everyone involved that clearly breaks down what happened, who made certain choices, and what ultimately caused the situation to reach this point. Until the people closest to the situation decide to share more details, fans are left trying to connect the pieces from interviews, social media posts, and public reactions. Another major part of this story that continues to be discussed is Gilbert Arenas' ongoing legal situation. Whether someone supports Gilbert or has a different opinion about him, situations like this naturally become part of the public conversation. When someone connected to a major platform is dealing with a legal matter, it can affect how people view the person and sometimes even how they view the brand attached to them. At the same time, it's important to separate online opinions from actual facts. Legal situations need to move through the proper process, and conclusions should come from verified information rather than rumors or assumptions spreading online. Right now, the case is still developing, and until everything is resolved, people will simply have to wait and see how the situation continues to unfold. But when it comes to Gil's Arena, one thing is clear: Gilbert Arenas is still moving forward and building the next version of the show. Despite all the recent changes and uncertainty, it appears that Gilbert is focused on keeping the platform alive and creating the next chapter with familiar personalities around him. Fans already know that Josiah Johnson is expected to be involved moving forward, and many people also believe Nick Young will continue playing a major role because of the chemistry and entertainment value he brings to the show. Whatever the final lineup looks like, it's clear that Gilbert wants to maintain the same energy that made Gil's Arena popular in the first place. Personally, I still enjoy watching the show because it gives fans something they don't always get from traditional basketball coverage. Hearing former NBA players talk about the league from their own experiences creates a different type of conversation. These are people who actually lived through those moments, competed against some of the greatest players ever, and understand the game from a perspective that regular analysts simply cannot provide. And beyond just the basketball discussions, the disagreements, debates, and unexpected arguments are a huge part of what made the show entertaining. Sometimes the funniest and most memorable moments come from the different personalities clashing with each other. That's what gave Gil's Arena its unique identity and kept fans coming back. Looking back at Rashad McCants' interview, I think he definitely brought out his more entertaining side during the conversation. Anyone familiar with Rashad knows he has a unique way of expressing himself, and he often mixes serious points with humor and personality. At the same time, he did raise certain topics that created real conversations among viewers. However, there was one part of his argument where I saw things differently, and that involved his discussion with Lou Williams about Stephen A. Smith and what happened during Lou's draft night. That moment became a major talking point because it brought up a bigger conversation about the difference between criticism, honesty, and disrespect towards athletes. Rashad brought up the criticism Stephen A. Smith directed at Lou Williams when he was drafted, including the comment about Philadelphia basically handing out jerseys to his family. From Rashad's perspective, those comments crossed a line because Lou was experiencing one of the biggest moments of his life, with his family standing there and watching it all happen. To Rashad, it wasn't simply analysis or criticism of a basketball player. He viewed it as someone taking away from a special moment that Lou and his family should have been able to celebrate. Now, Rashad did acknowledge that Stephen A. Smith eventually apologized for those comments, but there's another side of the story that deserves attention as well. Lou Williams explained that he never looked at those remarks as motivation because in his mind, he had already proven himself long before reaching the NBA. Lou pointed toward everything he accomplished before entering the league, from his success in high school to the recognition he earned before being selected in the draft. His mindset was that he already knew what kind of player he was, and outside opinions were not going to change the confidence he had built through years of hard work. Lou's overall message was basically this: how can someone question what I've achieved when I've already shown what I'm capable of before even stepping onto an NBA court? And that is where the conversation moves beyond basketball and starts becoming about respect. Because at the end of the day, there is a clear difference between fair criticism and personal disrespect. Athletes understand that criticism comes with the territory. Every player who steps into professional sports knows they will be analyzed, judged, and questioned. But when someone feels that their efforts, sacrifices, accomplishments, or entire journey are being ignored, that's when the conversation changes. That's when criticism can start feeling personal, because it's no longer just about what happened on the court. It's about whether someone respects the path it took to get there.